Oh, good morning. Good morning, my people. I got distracted for a second. Welcome to the program. We have seen another day, or should I say another Saturday in the month of July. So, welcome to the program. We are happy to have you. As always, we encourage you to share, like, subscribe. Let this news get to our people. You know that our enemies are not relenting. They are ensuring that we stay ignorant, that we stay in our place because that's where they put us. They expect us to be there another 400 years for their own benefits. So we know better, we can do better. We know the challenges that are up for us. So we can begin now to do the work. What is not okay is for you to pretend like somebody else is doing it like we did for so many years. What you don't get to do is to hope that Okonkwo and Mbeke on the other side is doing it. You need to start doing the right thing from the neck of your woods. You must insist on the right thing from the neck of your wood. And then as we work together, we will meet each other in the middle, like my sister would say. So don't sit around and wait for a savior and wait for miraculous intervention. Me, and everybody else, we are the stakeholders for all of this. So you need to play your role. Stop being lazy. Stop, what is it called, procrastinating. Stop wishing. Begin the work so that we can get to our destination faster. If you don't, like my sister says all the time, we will continue the work. It just may take us longer. But if you do your part, we will get there sooner. So don't forget to share, like, subscribe, the all the things that we need to do to get this news out there. You know, like we said earlier, they are covering it and stopping it. You know, so we are on YouTube, Facebook, Clubhouse, Twitter, and Periscope, wherever you can get this information going. That will do us a whole lot of good. So, welcome to the program. My name is Mona Chimsaga, and I am here in Houston, Texas.
Thank you so much. Good morning from here, listeners. You might be afternoon where you are, it might be night, whatever it is, we bring you greetings. Um, Thank you for joining us once again. Please, like my sister has said, help us to share, like, subscribe, send personally to all the people in your contact because they need to get this information. The more we get this information right, the more it will be easier for us to get to our destination on time. So it's very important. This is not politics. This is not their thing. Let's not share it. It's their thing. No, it's our work together. We are team members. So please share, like, subscribe, um, everything, everything that needs to be done. My name is Dr. Ekwi Simon Okube. As you're sharing and liking, I'll give you food for thought. I'll give us food for thought. It is time to end the lie that Africans are not good enough.
Hmm.
It is time to end the lie that there's something wrong with us. Hence, the need for us to always seek validation from the West.
Hmm.
We can begin to buy back our lives and freedom by ending all the lies of the colonial masters, especially the ones they perpetuate through our altars
Hmm.
in the church. What we mentioned the church is that a lot of us go to church, a good percentage, if not 90%. So if they're looking for how to disseminate lies, they know where to go through. So please, it's time for us to change what we teach our people. We are good enough. There is nothing wrong with us. We don't have ancestral causes. We don't have anything worrying us. It's just systems that we need to put in place. So let's begin to think differently. Everyone knows that we need to rebuild our land, but you need to get the land back first from the enemy before you begin to rebuild it. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Please go ahead, continue to share. We will share also.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing now. So let me share to some of my contacts so that they're not calling me while I'm on air too. They can't find the show. We know how they are blocking it. So give me a few minutes while I send it out. At least with this, they are not looking for it. They can watch it. They are doing a marvelous job of blocking it, which is fine. It tells us that our work is important, because if not, why would they sit around and wait to block it? And we'll continue this work because that's what we were sent here to do. We have definitely found our calling, and we are going to do the needful. Nobody will stop it. No one. So thank you as you share, you like, you subscribe, and do all the things that needs to be done. We welcome you once again. I like what my sister said earlier, that we are not cause that we are good enough. And I've been saying this for the longest time. We are good enough. We are good enough. If anyone has told us otherwise, we need to return it back to where he come from, which is the pits of hell. There is nothing wrong with us. This so-called God or godly people that we are watching, when you come them closer, you will know. You will begin to buffle your shoulder and say, Chineke, I didn't even know I was blessed and highly favored, because someone out there sold us a lie. So it goes well with our topic today that says reversing the causes of colonial masters through self-determination. Reversing the causes of colonial masters through self-determination. These people duped us. They duped us, still duping us. A lot of us are still, they don't even want you to mention their name. They will start fighting you because we don't know who we are anymore. It's like our brothers and sisters back home that their name is Monachi. They will tell you, and they're okay with that. They're not even shaking their mouth when they're saying it, because lies and lies have been told for so many years. So most of the time, we see only what we want to see or what others tell us to see, instead of investigating what is really there. In fact, as Africans, we know how to correlate red flags. They will be flying down our distance signal. God will be telling us, like, whoa, this person is a criminal. He's telling you, I'm going to bring you a nation, but he didn't even finish high school. He's telling you, I'm going to bring you a nation. He can't even maintain a wife and 2 kids. He's telling you, I'm going to get you a nation. He couldn't even marry till somebody else married for him. Red flags everywhere. He will go to a place where things are working well. He will destroy it. Nobody will say anything. Red flags. My people will love to collect red flags. What for? I don't know. We embrace illusion only because we are presented with illusion adopted by the majority. Even if it's wrong, as long as everybody is doing it, we are following them. We must be obedient by fire, by thunder, because that's what everybody else is doing. Like the herd effect, 70% of our people will follow what is popular rather than what is right. And I don't want to subject this only to our people. Is 70% of any population where these things are going on will follow what is popular rather than what is right. To sell this false narrative, we are relentlessly pounded by media with such an intensity and high level of repetition that our brain is left in vegetative state. That is, the brain lack the ability to use logic and reason. It doesn't work anymore. I was done the look. And like obedient school children, we did not question the validity of the things that we are seeing around us. We just swallowed it up as if it's medicine that's supposed to keep us alive. So for years, they told us Africa that we are underdeveloped because our ancestors sinned. Their youth became so lazy. They would rather die in the Mediterranean Sea than walk. Their women are so lazy, they would rather prostitute than take care of their family. And all our leaders, we are all greedy. And then when you look at the reverse, like I've always told you guys on this show, these people sat in their house, took a look, or in their frozen land, took a look and saw resources and came. They massacred, they maimed, they destroyed, they did everything possible. And after, they are still enjoying, enjoying to the fullest. Because after they stole, they packed up their stuff and they put processes and policies and strategies in place to protect their stolen properties. That's why they will be sleeping and nothing will change. Nothing will be stolen. As a matter of fact, they use the resources to build so much arsenal that if you even begin to think to come and collect your stuff back, while you're thinking, Drone will send bomb to your head. That's how serious they are about protecting their stolen properties. Nevertheless, from history, we have come to identify that even the more wicked, greedy, and sinful ancestors, that their children are not living in poverty, they live in developed world, they are enjoying heaven on earth, while we Africans, we are willing to die before we see heaven. We are willing to sell our brothers' body parts before we can enjoy life. For a car that a 16-year-old will get in America on her 16th birthday, my 75-year-old youth will be going to church to give a testimony because his development was arrested by the same colonial masters. Africans seem to have been duped through ignorance. It's time, therefore, to stop this conspiracy of falsehood and embrace the truth, which is the indigenous people of Africa, they are not under ancestral curses, but rather they are under a man-made yoke and curse of colonialism. As we speak, Russian, US, UK, all of them, they are still in the moon, doing their moonwalk over there, or space. They are still there working together. This so-called world buttons, while they will sit in their house, they will shit, it will change our economy and drop our money. It will affect us. It will affect us. As a global economy. Economy we did not see. We have not enjoyed. We haven't gotten anything out of it. Each time they go and boo boo, we will be smelling it. I am not talking about, you didn't know when they boo boo though. We weren't there when they even tried to start passing the gas so we can run. But every time that boo boo comes out, we'll pay for it. Your country does not belong to you. So it is time to reverse these causes and make the perpetrators pay for their cause of evil, especially that now that we see them still sabotaging Africa politically, economically, and otherwise. As we speak, they are sponsoring terrorism everywhere. According to the latest Global Terrorism Index, we are witnessing a rise in terrorism by 69%. Somebody is paying for it. Somebody is enjoying the benefit of terrorism. They use it as a tactic to achieve political goals. They use it to make sure that people go and vote the other way or run away or don't vote and all these things, so that they can favor whatever outcome they are trying to bring about. And we are asking, is this really the answer? We know that this nation or country that we call Nigeria does not belong to us, because its mere existence is to serve the purpose of the colonial enterprise. As we speak, terrorism has cost us daily in many respects and will continue to threaten our survival and success, all thanks to our colonial masters, the ones that cursed us and still cursing us. So enough of blaming your forefathers, enough of blaming your sisters, your mothers, or Oga, the Oga that you stole all his properties and tried to go to Italy and drown at the Mediterranean Sea. Stop cursing him. He's not the one causing your problem. All this problem that we are seeing is stemming from one place. Nothing is hard to fix. If Ukraine and Russia and all these people are running around pretending to be doing war, how come they haven't blown up the moon project or space project? It's all a game, my people. Tete no nora and start asking that question that you're asking under your bed. We can do better. We can return this curse to the sender or the senders, because there's so many of them. It's all about resource control. They want to control who lives and who dies, like some emperor that we know about, because they are God. There is no reason why we'll be in our own continent. The next day, when some people that want to flex their muscles start fighting, all of a sudden we are hungry. Who sent them? How can Ukraine? How would that come and affect my people? because they stopped everything, put everything in place so that they will sit in their toilet while they are playing games on their phone. They will be deciding if you live and if you die. To make matters worse, they told us it was our forefathers. Oh! And our misguided people are really flying with that information. So today, let us continue this discussion and dialogue on the right step towards self-determination and the power of alliance through Ninas, because we can stop this madness. We don't have to go to the election that we know is not going to benefit us. We, even the Fulanis, you guys need to stop being stupid and start asking questions. With all the monies and all your conquests, your children are still using urine to bathe in the forest. How is that benefiting you? Must you serve your colonial master's bidding? Must you? Wouldn't you want your child to be able to go on vacation and come back and bring you a gift? It's time for you, the Fulanis, the terrorists, the ones, the IPONs, everybody terrorizing everybody to stop the madness so that we can work together. Because as long as we are fighting, we will never move forward as people. Enough is enough, my people. I will allow my sister to add on while I pull up the first video of the day.
Enough is enough. Well said, my sister. Well said. These things are just so real. We look at it, we see it. And you not ask, why are people not seeing this thing? Because either they're dishonest or they're addicted or some cheap drug somewhere that is not allowing them to reason properly. And that's why most of the time you see us calling on the church. Do you know why we call on the church? Like I said before, majority of us are in the church. Just like these Fulanis, if they want to disseminate information, it's through their mosques. They will just pass it to the imam. Information will get to everybody like this. We are already in these churches. If our church leaders will just get this thing right, if they will just understand what we're saying, like this problem will be fixed. So we need our church leaders to stop leading us to slaughterhouse. When you are telling them this is the right thing to do, it will enter here and come out through this side. Most of our people are in the church. So we need our church leaders to be informed so that this tsunami that is coming will not swallow everyone up. We are using this video. Lebanon was a Christian nation. Turkey was, but we are using this Lebanon. This is a Lebanon woman, a woman from Lebanon, Lebanese. She will tell you how gradually, exactly like what is happening in Nigeria right now. Why can't we learn from other people's experience? Why must we wait until the same thing happens to us? I tell people that history does not repeat. History does not repeat. It's people that stupidly repeat history and they say history repeated itself. No. This woman will give you account of how gradually, like what is happening in Nigeria now. Before, we used to have Nigeria is majority, it was a majority are Christians. Now they're telling you the majority they are Muslim. Before you know it, they're saying that Nigeria is a Islamic nation. Because guess what? Nigeria is a member of OIC, Organization of Islamic Countries. So why is it that Nigeria is not already an Islamic nation? Your Nigeria is already an Islamic nation. And your 1999 constitution confirms it because there's dual ideology in it. And that's what we're telling the church leaders. Because you are the one, you are like the mafia lord. You have all our people with you. That's when we're talking, you brag to us that you can do and not do. You have the power to do this and have the power to do that. Because you know you have all our people in your slave camp. Because your church is a slave camp. In your church, people do not reason. It's only what Daddy Gio says that they do. They don't even listen to God. If God tells them to go left and Daddy Gio tells them to go right, they will follow Daddy Gio. That's how bad it has become. God has lost the church. Because if God has not lost the church in Nigeria, why what is going on? Why will it be going on? So that connection is no more there. Your churches are the kingdoms of individuals, human kingdoms. That's what your churches have become. It's no more the kingdom of God. Because if it's the kingdom of God, God will be speaking to his church and his
Yep.
church will hear. But God is speaking, but they're not hearing. Why? Because each church is a kingdom set up for a man, one individual. It's either one individual or one nation. Rome has one kingdom. That's Roman Catholic Church. It belongs to Rome. Anglican belongs to England. It's another kingdom. That's why you see that warring and fighting amongst themselves. The Church of Nigeria does not belong to Jesus Christ.
Hmm.
He lost it a long time ago.
Yep.
He lost it to the different kingdoms that exist in that place. So now we have individual kingdoms as well. Adeboye has his own kingdom. Abioye has his own kingdom. They have cliques. They have cabals. That's why when we're speaking, it's not entering. Whereas when a solution is on the table that will deliver the people, they are not looking at it because they're looking at the one that will benefit them and their politicians better. Have you seen that it's not about the life of the people? It's about the money, resources, resource control. The colonial masters will come for their own. The church people will come to their is resource control, not about saving the people. Because if it were about saving the people, this project would have been completed a long time ago. So as you play your game, thinking that we're not seeing you in your games, pretending to be serving Christ when you're serving yourself and your stomach and your family, what happened to Lebanon? What happened to the Christians in Lebanon is going to happen to the Christians in Nigeria. Not because God willed it, but because there are human beings sitting down on the heads and destiny of the people. And you know what? When that happens, you church leaders will be the first victims because the people will turn on you and then you will not see what is coming. Holy Ghost will not help you. Anointing oil will not help you. See how anointing oil did not help Udumeje and his church because he built it on the wrong place. Anointing oil did not save him. Kakabusha, that whatever he's speaking did not help him. Because inside fridge, the ones that he said that he has some inside fridge, they did not help him because it was about the law of the land. So if you allow the government of Nigeria, like as it has been hijacked by jihadists, and they are coming to take ownership of it. That day, your speaking in tongue will not help you. Your anointing oil will not help you. Your handkerchief will not help you. And God will be sitting down and he will remain God. And human beings on earth will be worshiping him. You are the only ones that will suffer the consequences of your stubbornness and your stiff-neckedness. Please go ahead. Let me not finish the show in one moment. Thank you.
I come from Lebanon. I was born and raised in Lebanon, which used to be the only majority Christian country in the Middle East. We were open-minded, we were fair, we were tolerant, we were multicultural. We prided ourselves in our multiculturalism. We had open border policy. We welcomed everyone to come to our country because we wanted to share with them the westernization which we had created in the heart of the Arabic world. Muslims used to send their children to study in our universities because we had built the best universities in the Arabic world. They graduated and worked in our economy because we had built the best economy in the Middle East, even though we did not have any oil. Beirut became Paris of the Middle East, the banking capital of the Middle East. In 1965, National Geographic magazine had on its front cover, Lebanon, Eden of the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, all this began to change as the years went by. See, we got our independence in the early 40s. But by the 60s and 70s, the Christians had become the minority and the Muslims had become the majority in Lebanon. And as the Islamic population grew in the country became less and less tolerant because they started pushing for more
Of course,
rights
they
that were
vote you
not
out.
compatible with our Judeo-Christian value system that we had created. And that's when the problem started. The problem was contained until the influx of the Palestinians out of Jordan in 1970, when Lebanon brought them in because we already had refugee camps. Actually, at that time, Lebanon was the only country in the Middle East to accept the third wave
They
of
will take their
Palestinians into
brothers so
Lebanon.
when it
The majority
matters.
of them were Muslims. They put their heads together with the Muslims in Lebanon and declare jihad on the Christians. What they wanted to do is create a base from which to fight Israel, kill the Jews, and throw them into the sea. Something they tried to do in Jordan. Yes, Arafat and the Palestinians tried to do in Jordan, but they failed because of the dictatorship of the king. Yet they were able to come to Lebanon, use our open-mindedness, our fairness, our tolerance, our multiculturalism,
Mumunes.
and our democracy to topple our democracy. My 9/11 happened to me in 1975 when radical Muslims blew up my home, bringing it down, burying me under the rubble wounded as they shouted Allahu Akbar. My only crime was that I was a Christian living in a Christian town. I ended up in a hospital for 2.5 months. And as I laid in a hospital bed, hooked up to IVs in both arms, I would ask my parents, why did they do this to us? Why did they attack us? And my father would tell me, because we are Christians, the Muslims consider us infidels and they want to kill us. So I knew since I was a 10-year-old child that I am wanted dead simply because I was born into the Christian faith and lived in a Christian town. This is something so foreign to Christians in America. Because in America, our idea of persecution is, oh, I took my Bible with me to work today and people looked at me funny. That's our idea of persecution. Where I come from, our idea of persecution is they want to walk into this church and start shooting at you and killing you. Just like what they're doing in Iraq right now, just like what they're doing in Egypt right now, just like what they're doing in Syria, just like what they did in Lebanon. Actually, what launched the all-out war in Lebanon was 4 Muslims walked into a church service on a Sunday morning just like this and started shooting at people. That's what started the Lebanese civil war.
All right. We've heard this story over and over and over again. It's so funny how these people, this group of religious people, every time they start something, their own brothers and sisters that is doing Islam will not bring them in. They will influx everywhere else. Mumus. The mumus will allow them to come in. How not war fluid. And it's not
Because
like
it's
they
part of
were
the
coming
strategy
in.
now. It's part of
Yeah.
the strategy.
It's
They will
not like
send
they're
you.
coming to be fluid to help the economy grow. No, they are coming there
No.
to change demographics and kill people. That's what they're
Yes.
coming in there to do.
Mm-hmm.
And people are not receiving sense. So here we are, you're Christian, there is war going on. The number one place should be Saudi Arabia.
Exactly.
The number one collector of money for those that go practice
Yes.
that religion. But
Mm-hmm.
no, Hagabanya everywhere else to go and cause mayhem. And then the Mumu people will be there sleeping. Hey, Jesus, ministry week is coming, y'all. It's coming. If you
It's
don't
part of the
receive sense.
strategy, my dear. It
Yep.
is. It's part of, and that's what we're telling our people. They will cause this war and send their people out as part of the strategy. Either they cause the war in their own land, send their people out, or they will come to your land, terrorize you, and cause war inside, send your people out. It's the same strategy.
Mm-hmm.
You have to look at it and understand. And that's what we tell people. It's not just about politics. Some of these people that are carrying PVC, you don't do politics more than us. So if it comes to politics, we can do it very well, can play it very well. However, what is going on is not politics. It's ethnic cleansing, masquerading as jihad. That is what is going on. We have not started politicking. And that's why we're talking to our people. You want good governance. What is happening to you is different. It's not like, I don't even know when I see some educated people comparing Nigeria with America. with UK, with so many places. America is not is a nation. Your Nigeria is not a nation yet, and is a business enterprise that belongs to another person. You need to fix that first. You are building on fraud. How is it not making sense to you? Even the so-called brothers and sisters in the Lord. I tell you that your company is built on fraud, and you're saying, let's continue to go first. Are you not seeing the dishonesty? Are you not seeing the hypocrisy? That's why God is not coming. Because you will continue to sell that hypocrisy that you're selling to yourself and buy it by yourself. God will watch you destroyed. And there's nothing that will happen. And nobody will tell him he's not, because he's a fair God. Our God is fair and just. We are warning you. And he keeps sending voices to warn. It's not now they say warning Christians in Nigeria. I know the level of one in 2015. It's not now. It's not now. There's another letter that came from South Africa in the 1880s warning the Church of Nigeria. Did they listen? No, they did not listen. Even before
And when Brother Bonsu came, they termed him mad.
Exactly. From Emmanuel Bonsu came. God relocated him from Germany. So a diplomat of Nigerian diplomat that went to serve in Germany, but he's also a pastor. God sent him back from Germany to Nigeria to come and warn the church. Did they listen? No, they didn't listen. They say he was mad. And that is why God will be watching you consumed. This video we're about to play, it says, Afghanistan children for sale. The Afghanistans are now selling their children because of the level of poverty. They say since Islamic Emirates was imposed on them, they have to sell their children in order to feed. Are you people listening to us? We told you Afghanistan is loading in Nigeria. You do not want to listen. You are shouting PVC, PVC. We say war is upon us. We say something bigger than us is coming. Something is swallowing us up. You're shouting PVC, PVC. We say stop this journey. Stop this journey of death. Stop this thing wherever you're going with the Fulanis. Stop it. Let's fix this foundation first. Let's think of who owns the land. Who owns Papa's land? Let's decide this land that we are living on. Who owns it? Let's make that decision first. He said, no, PVC, PVC. Even people that were doing freedom fighting, that wanted Biafra online. And we warned them for 2 years, as if there's something wrong with our people. The more you warn them, the more they move on the wrong direction.
Yep.
Like a cursed people. Yeah, but the curse is coming from the colonial masters. That's what we're saying. Our ancestors did not curse us. How can our ancestors curse us when they kept the land safe for us to come and inherit? They kept the land. They fought for the land. Ekumaiko or something like that. They fought for the land. For years, they have been fighting. They fought for the land, kept it with their blood and their sweat, and handed it over to us. How is it that you can say that they cost us? No, they didn't cost us. It's a lie of the devil. So as you are saying, it's a lie that we did not make 1999 Constitution. Also say it's a lie that our ancestors cost us. The people that cost us are the colonial masters. We are wearing the yoke of colonialism. We are wearing the yoke of curse upon us. That's why we can't reason well. That's why I would tell my brothers and sisters that say they want freedom, they want Biafra. I say, come out from following the criminal Nnamdi Kanu, who is an agent of the colonial masters. Come out from there. They will come out and then enter another set of criminality. They will now start following Fulanis, the caliphate. So they come out from British-sponsored freedom fighting that they were doing and enter Fulani Caliphate-sponsored election, PVC. Hey, Jehovah, how did this happen? Who did this thing to us? You know who did it? The colonial masters. Because part of what they did was what we eat. They manipulated our food. They manipulated our drink. We're going to do research when we get there. I'm so convinced that there's something they put in our food and water that damaged the brains of our people.
My dear's Maggie. Let's start with that one.
Yes, Maggi is one.
They don't eat Maggie here in Obodo Ibo. You will never see them put any Maggie in any of their food. But my people will put Maggie before they even put water inside their food.
Coca-Cola. You know the Coca-Cola they produce here is not the one they sell in Africa, in Nigeria. They have different brand for you. We are telling you people that they've been sabotaging us economically, spiritually, politically, and otherwise.
Yes.
Like my sister said at the beginning, after stealing everything, they got a strategy to put in place so that you will never wake up, so that they can maintain what they have stolen. And part of it is damage your brain. They put things in what you eat. So begin to watch what you eat. And then even if your brain is damaged, can you stop talking in public? If you are a freedom fighter and you're promoting PVC, Daughters of Truth say that your brain is damaged and you should stop talking to our people. If you are a freedom fighter, I'm saying it again. If you are a Biafra freedom fighter that you called yourself, or you were once a Biafra freedom fighter, and you are promoting Fulani INEC PVC, we are saying that you have a brain damage and you should stop talking to our people in public because you're confusing our people. You are part of the people leading our people to slaughter. And you know what? You're committing treason against our nation. Because we are here for self-determination. We are not here for PVC. We are not here for INEC. We are not here for any election conducted by Fulani Caliphate British. That is against where we are going. That is against our destination. And anybody talking to my people via radio, via Facebook, and you're telling them that you're a freedom fighter and you have to go through Fulani PVC, stop talking. Keep quiet, please. Go and check into a psychiatric ward and be evaluated because your brain is damaged. You are part of the thing that Britain, the colonial masters put in our land to damage the brains of our people. It has affected you. We're not saying it because we're not saying you are a bad person. We are just making diagnosis. We are saying your brain is damaged. You will be treated later. But for now, please, these are the symptoms. The symptoms of brain damage is that you're fighting for freedom and self-determination. All of a sudden, you now say that you want to go through the house. Like your enemy served a poisonous food. You say you have to eat it to get energy to fight your enemy. You are at war. Your enemy presented a poisonous food. And you tell yourself, let me eat this poison food served by the enemy so that I can get the energy and kill my enemy. We say your brain is damaged. We are not like, I don't know how to say it. We are not, because we know, like, if you watch some of these movies, they put things, some people are affected, some people might not be affected. I don't know how some of us escaped it. I don't know. Maybe my mother breastfed me a lot. That's why I escaped it. Some of us escaped. Thank God. And that's the few voices you're hearing. The majority did not escape it. I don't have problem with that because we'll heal them. The problem I have is that you are talking to my people as a madman and a mad woman. You are still addressing my people and telling them that you have a way to go. It's not fair. That's what I call wickedness. Stop it. You must not talk in the public. It's not a must. If you don't know, say, I don't know. And clear from rude. So that my people can hear the voice of self-determination. You're making noise. You're distracting them. You are leading to their death. So you're working for the enemy. All of you still delaying the Nina's project. You are working for the enemy.
Yep.
Say it again. All of you still delaying Nina's project for one reason or the other. Either you don't understand it or you want to make money fast from YouTube. So you want to say what majority are saying so that you make money and be obedient. You are working for the enemy. You are working for the enemy. And you know what? You're going to answer for the death of our people. For the 14 youths they killed in Imo State, you will answer for it. Because you are the one still allowing the enemy to operate in our land. We told you that we have done constitutional force majeure, that the next thing is to embrace it and then send the enemy out of our land. You don't understand it. You don't want to understand it. You are delaying us in this wilderness. You are delaying us in this enemy's camp. Our people are dying. You know what? You are responsible for the death of our people.
So sad.
Go ahead, please, my sister.
It's so sad. Anyway, as the next video is going to play, we want you to know that this is what is loading. When we say Afghanistan is loading in our land, this is what you should expect to happen to your children in the future. You saw our sister from Lebanon tell you how it went down. So get ready. You think you're in hell. Get ready to sell your 8-year-old and 7-year-old, because these people, when they put whatever they want to put in place for you, you will not be able to go anywhere. And that will not stop the obedient from being obedient, because he'll be in his house, his mansion, being obedient to himself.
درس بخونم معلم شما دکتر باشم ما خود نمیفهم پدر مرشی داده پدر مزین مجبور بود مرشی مواد غذایی خوردن نداشتن قرضدار بودن مرشی دادم من نمیفهمم ولی
به همین 5 ماهی که امیر صاحب آمده و امیرت اسلامی خیلی تغییر کرده نان به نان نمیرسه او به او نمیرسه اگه کار بود کار میکنیم میاریم خودم همه جا میخوریم اگه نبود تم سعی میکنیم هم سعی میکنیم یعنی بیجی خورتره خورم ما دادم مایبی به نوع مایبی بود به ناصر احمد دادم من حالا که فیلن هیچ چیزی نیه که ما یک احساسی بکنیم ما یک تصمیمی بگیریم به خود خود دستی فرشینی ما تصمیم گرفتن نمیتونیم
Is delivering the child where she has
اسمی رفت دیکن
دیکن بسته
به او دیکن ده همون بریم چه کنیم از سرک تیر کنیم
میارم آقای خواهم اما عبدالکریم نمه میجارت ازت خودت شیشته 9 نفر ازم نون خورم گذاره چوچ پوچما بشه استاد دیگه 6 ماه 7 ماه میشه خواهم شوازی گم شده فرار شوازی همین روزگار ازی همین رقم خود همین دوتا بچین و دون ازی همین رقم روزگار خود تیر میکنه دیگه تنهای محافظت استاد دارم همین دیگه میکنم از بازار یک شیمه بدو میخورم میارم از دکانا با شیمه چیزی میخورم میارم استاد گذاره بشه یک سیر 40 گرامه خب مرچکه پول نداشته باشه چی رقم رو بخره چی رقم زندگانی کنه
Look at this thing. Why will you bring a child into this world and not be responsible for the child's destiny? Why will you, as a parent, we are here warning our people, this is what is coming, and you're playing game? You think this is politics? You think it's so funny? You think it's APC, PDP, Labour? You think that's what it's all about? You think if it's politics that we don't know how to play politics, that we cannot join any group? The so-called doctors, lawyers, church leaders, you think this is about APC, PDP, Labour? It's so funny to you? You think it's about dressing and speaking and then they're clapping for you, Mommy G.O., Daddy G.O.? You think that's what's coming? You think I don't have better things to do with my time than to come here every Saturday to warn you of what is coming? Like Jeremiah, prophet Jeremiah warned and warned until they threw him inside the pit. He was still inside the pit, warning them until the enemy arrived. That's what we said. For the sake of the God that we serve God. There is God. There is God. Like Mama Patience, good luck, we tell you there is God, though. There is God, because some of you don't know there is God. Some of you so-called church leaders have forgotten that there is God. You think that you are the God. And you have been playing God over my people, taking advantage of what the colonial masters have done. In other lands, I see old men and women, 80 years, buying brand new car, driving and having fun, literally living in heaven on earth. What do you have for my people? You join the politicians and you call yourself a church leader. You join the politicians, the wicked politicians, to lead my people every 4 years to the slaughterhouse. You are doing the same thing that you have done before. During the time of MK or Abiola, did all of you not sing for him? I can still remember the song that was used to promote MK Abiola. What happened? When after Goodluck, Yaradua died, and Goodluck came, did you not fight for Goodluck? Did he not come? Did all of you Igbo people not close your shops to go and vote in Goodluck? Did the church not make you to vote in Goodluck?
Oh,
You voted in Goodluck, and what happened? And then all of a sudden, you started again. Oh, Buhari, change. You want to change Goodluck. Did you not change Goodluck? Did you not bring Buhari? Did APC not make did APC not make all the promises to you? Did you people know what Fulanis leave PDP, leaving Goodluck alone in PDP, giving Goodluck a dummy ticket and migrating to APC in order to bring in Buhari to come and do all that has happened in the past 8 years? And you are a witness. Chris Okotie, you are a witness. Bakare, Tunde Bakare, you are a witness. Adeboye, you are a witness. Abioye, you are a witness. You are all witness to all that has happened to my people in the last 8 years. You brought Buhari. You said through APC that Buhari will make $1 to be 1 naira. That fuel will be cheap. That there will be lights. That good luck is bad luck. Mbaka, you people were all witnesses. You witnessed. Heaven is holding you accountable as witness to all that has happened to my people in the past 50 years. All of you are witness. You will bear witness to all I'm saying. You brought Buhari. And that singular move of PDP, Fulanis in PDP, migrating to APC in order to bring Buhari. And some stupid people are saying, oh, they are now migrating to PDP. You think this is all politics? You think what you're seeing is just about you move to here, move here? You think that's what is going on? No. What is going on is ethnic cleansing. These 8 years of Buhari can never be corrected. The coming of Buhari can never be corrected in the lives of Nigerians. The deed is done. He came in and made sure that all the systems in Nigeria are handed over to Fulanis. That's why you see the head of all the securities are Fulanis. It's not nepotism he's doing. No. He was not doing it because he didn't have sense. And some people say Buhari doesn't have sense. No, it's not that Buhari doesn't have sense. He's doing the work that he came to do. He came to serve the Fulani nation, not your fake one Nigeria. So he delivered. Buhari delivered 100%. Buhari delivered 100% for the work he came to do. Naval officer, all the security agencies are in their hands. It's part of the progress. So he has done his own part. The next person to continue from him now is Atiku. And that's why you saw Fulanis move again from APC. These are strategic moves. Move again from APC to PDP in order to usher in Atiku, making APC ticket useless, making APC ticket dummy. That's why they can do Muslim. If you want, they can do chicken, or cow. There's nothing you can do about it. That old Baba that is there, if you talk too much, they will silence him, and then there's nothing anybody can do. And then they want to distract you people with the other one that is labor camp, where you have all the slaves in labor. It's part of the strategy. And we're saying, this is not about shouting. And that's why I'm saying people that are ignorant, please stop talking to our people. Because the thing is that if you are ignorant and speaking to our people from the point of ignorance, you are distracting. You're making noise. And you're making noise. That your noise is not allowing our people to hear what they should hear. Have you seen how dangerous you are? That's the issue we have about Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu for 10 years wasted our people's time, killed our people, and kept them from hearing what they ought to hear. Imagine what happened when you had the bronze snake up in the wilderness, for those of you that read Bible. And then somebody came and distracted you from looking at the bronze snake. What happened? The snake will bite you and you will die. You will die. So you see, some people that will say, oh, you don't want Nana here. This is not what it is about. It's not about you don't want. This is about a people at the verge of being destroyed. We are at war. And that war is defense war. We are the victims. We are the ones facing threat of extermination. And it is real. And I don't need any apology, because sometimes when I speak, some of my classmates I say, I don't need apology I don't need permission from you to speak for my people. There's a reason why God made me an Igbo woman. You did not create me. And you have no audacity to how I talk about my people. I am an Igbo woman. I'm here for the deliverance of my people. And I don't owe anybody any apology. And I don't need anybody's validation. I don't need anybody's permission. We were born for this. And you know what? We will finish this job. So we're showing you this video again. Because as they come as part of the strategies, they take over the systems. They are in phases. When they take over the system, then they will go to the communities and begin to conquer the communities. As they conquer, they move them to IDP camps. And then bring in the new population, put them in there, and bring a new emir. That's how you start having emir of Imo State, emir of Lagos. It's part of the strategy. Open your eyes. These things are not hidden. They don't hide them. You know why they don't hide them? Because they have succeeded in getting your brain dead.
Yep.
Even when you see it, you will not know. But few people, because how God is merciful, few people escape whatever it is that they usually come to do. It's like that. When they come, like when Moses escaped, when they were killing all the children in Egypt, by divine arrangement, Moses escaped. That's how in our generation, few of us escape the brain damage that they caused. That's why you can see here few speaking what needs to be said. The majority have already suffered brain damage. It's part of the strategy. They will use your church or religion to get you down. You see, at this critical time, some people think that what is important is to translate Quran to Igbo language. Have you seen how we're talking about the brain damage? You're not thinking of how to get science books in Igbo language, mathematics, things that will improve the critical thinking of our people. Your aim is to bring something. We are not done with Bible. We are still trying to correct the one they did with Bible. We are now adding another one to it. But you know why? Because these people are sick mentally. Even if you're talking to them, they are not understanding what you're saying. It's like going to like a psychiatric hospital, and you want to have a meaningful conversation with the mad people there. Except the one that you have treated to a certain level. That's when you begin to have meaningful conversation. So that's why you see, and that's why we're not moved when the majority are saying obedient, because we know it's a majority of sick people.
Yep.
You have to be sick to be hearing that somebody is coming to swallow you, and what you're saying is PVC, good governance, and you're talking. And it doesn't matter how educated some of them are. You might have doctors that are sick. You have lawyers that are sick mentally. You have professors that are sick. So that's why we don't get angry sometimes when we see you, when you manifest the symptoms, we just say, oh, they've got this one, sick. And they will move on. There are people who I talk to. When I speak to you and you're already gone, they've got you, whatever poison they put in our food and water, it has already damaged your brain. I leave you alone. I go and look for the people that are still alive. Because some of you are. And that's why we come here every Saturday. If it's complete, if everybody is completely gone, we will not be coming, because who are we talking to? But there are still some of you. You might be few. Your brain is still intact. You understand, because when you have an intact brain, when they tell you that danger is coming, you run the opposite side. You don't run towards the danger. If I said danger is coming here and you're going to embrace the danger, it's just a sign that your brain is damaged.
Yep. Confirmed sign.
Yes, you have a lot of people with brain damage, and that's why you have multitude shouting obedience. Who are they listening to? Okay. Why would the brain be damaged? Who are they listening to? What music are they playing? What films are they watching? The things that they are watching, because how you build your brain is for the things you watch, the things you listen to, because your brain works with your mind. So you'll be able to think critically. But for years, these colonial masters gave us an educational system that is not there to educate our children. It will give them certificates that it will not educate them. Gave us religion that the more you look, the less you see. Before the religion, the fake religion they brought, we were communal people. We work for the progress of others. We were people that we contribute money and send one single child to somewhere to go and get educated and come back and teach our children. We are the people that did it. That's who we are. That's the heritage. That's the heritage we have. Even when we have our own individual children, because we know that this one child is exceptional, this one child is intelligent, we will contribute money and say, go and learn, come back and teach us. How is it that we are now the ones fighting each other, killing our people, killing? It is not normal. The enemy has done it. And the enemy that did it is not the ancestors, it's the colonial masters. They're the ones that did it. Leave our ancestors alone. The colonial masters are the ones that we need to face. And facing them, you need to face them with facts and figures. Don't use propaganda. Propaganda does not work for them, because they are the propaganda machine. You are using propaganda, you are playing their game. When you use lie, you are playing their game, because that's their nature. When they lie, they're speaking the native language of their fathers.
Yep.
However, we are people of truth, and we will conquer them with real truth, not the type of fake Nnamdi Kanu's type of truth. No, not that type. Not that type of fake truth. Real truth. The one that if I go there and check it, it will be the same thing. If Sister Muna checks it, it's the same thing. If we see this thing and it's black, every person that checks it will say it's black. Not the one that will get confused. Then people will say, oh, it's like it's gray. No, that is not truth anymore. Please go ahead, my sister.
Right. Continue to help us to share. Like you can see, they are blocking the views some more. So continue to share for us. All right.
Nigerian proverb says, when a handshake goes beyond the elbow, then it has become something else. The worsening banditry in the northwest is taking more dangerous dimensions. The emir of Jadotun Daji in Zamfara State, Ali Marafa, has banned a wanted terrorist, Adamu Yakuzo, popularly known as Ade Alero, as a Saki Fulani of the Emirates. More than 100 terrorists were said to have attended the ceremony. The emir said he made Alero a chief to ensure lasting peace in the area. Let's share some of the visuals with you. I thought it was a joke initially.
Why won't you think it's a joke, Monkey?
The best expression I can use is, this is a calamity, Jide.
Mumu,
Just
this is the beginning.
Why doesn't every home in the U.S. have solar panels? The number one reason is not about sunlight or weather or even politics.
Sorry, guys.
It's actually,
they have to make their little money here.
It's just unbelievable. I was speaking with a friend of mine. I have friends from northern Nigeria that they don't speak any language except Hausa. They will first ask me, have you seen this video? Did you hear this? You know? And I was telling him, I said, Anna is Kanchi Akasama, that people are misbehaving in this country. That's what I told him, because I didn't know what else to say. The governor,
Mumu, they are being rewarded for their job well done, Monkey. Go back to the forest.
You know, Dansadao is the place where you have that forest. And there's now band banditry in the place. It was discovered that these two emirs were conniving with bandits. So the governor sacked them. He fired them after he set up a panel and found them guilty. I can't imagine that even after that, this is a new emirate. They just created this emirate not more than a month ago. It's a brand new emirate with a brand new emir. And one of the earliest things this emir could think of doing is to bring a man who is known to have killed so many people, who is known to have robbed many women of their husbands, turned them to widows, turned children to orphans.
Sister, no offense. I don't want to watch this dull-looking fat elephant.
Mama, did you hear him say? He said, "That's unbelievable."
Cheerful. It's unbelievable. On the new report, look at him. He can't even look like he's serious. I called them on the phone, and they say, then the new reports. You see why we're in the mess that we are in? We've been sitting there thinking somebody, somehow, someplace, smart people are doing stuff. No. They will come with their fast stomach, dull-looking face to analyze the obvious for you, as if it's a breaking news. Mumu? Unbelievable, my sister.
It's unbelievable, my dear. Like, when you look at their... Okay, let me not say stupidity, but like, it's I can't believe like people can be this stupid and still be breathing. Like, you're still taking oxygen. Because we need oxygen for people that are not like... It's unbelievable. And then he is the one that is unbelievable to me. So our people say they're already installing their emirs. They're not listening to your news, oh. They're not listening to your P2B or your PVC. That's not the agenda. That's not the agenda they're working with. I will have told you this severally. They have strategy and they work step by step. This Fulanis, all they do is follow their say. No matter what you are saying or doing, their own is follow what they need to do. So as they conquer, your city will be the last. Usually happen in Afghanistan. That's part of it. And anybody that cares to listen, to study, you will see these things we are saying. They're not hidden. They conquer all the communities. You see, they're coming from the north, south, northeast, northwest. You see how they are conquering them. They've finished taking them over. Then they are in middle belt, then going to south. And they have enough population to bring in. So now as we speak, your villages are surrounded. They are just waiting for when to start. They kill them off and then replace them with their own people. Some people think this is just story that we're telling, but you can see it happen now. And this thing in this show, when we do anything, we show you. So you will not be Munachi and Ekwi saying it. We are showing you. When they celebrated what they celebrated in Abuja, brought in their people, even China carried the news. China carried the news that some African leaders gathered at Abuja. Who are the African leaders? Fulani people.
And Peter Obi wasn't there. Mr. Obedient was
and Peter Obi wasn't there. We are telling you that Peter Obi is just a Judas goat. All these church leaders following them, they are all Judas goat, leading you to the slaughter. The people coming to slaughter you are coming with their systems, putting their things in place. So when they finish taking over all these communities and villages that are outside, before they will get to Abuja, Lagos proper, is the final phase. Because that means the nation has completely collapsed. So when you're going to have a failed state, you begin to have failed communities first. It's the communities that will fail. Towns, villages, they will all fail, and they'll put new leaders, and it's coming. By the time the final phase is Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt, all those ones. And you know what? These places are already surrounded. What they did in Kaduna, what they did in Niger, in Niger State, and all those things, Kubwa, all these places are the places, the satellite towns that surround Abuja, that protect Abuja. Every capital of a nation has, like, where you have military. These things have been they've been taken over. While you are busy making your phone call, while you're busy cooking your oba and okporoko, while you're busy eating, marrying, doing all the things you're doing, people are seriously taking over your land. And what do you have to fight them? PVC. Have you seen that we said that you are suffering from Urummiri? You are addicts, you are drug addicts. And I'm not insulting you. Please don't look at this as an insult. It's a statement of fact. If somebody tells you that someone is coming with AK-47 to shoot you and shoot your children, and as a parent, responsible adult, what you're doing is to bring plastic PVC. You judge yourself. It's not me saying it. You judge yourself. Are you acting okay? Are you acting like somebody that is normal? I don't think so. Lydia, go ahead.
Like we talk about the colonial courses, they use all kinds of weapons, multifaceted weapons. They release one here, they release the other one, the underside. Like I said earlier, they will sit in their household, sit in their toilet, go and start war in their backyard. And the war will now stop my people from feeding. We didn't benefit when they weren't fighting war. When there was peace, we didn't benefit anything from it. But how was there war? Our hell, the hellfire that we're already in will be intensified. And we're saying it's no longer okay. But do our people understand what we need to do to get out of this mayhem? Listen to our sister explain it to you, because you guys like to listen to other people than your sisters. We are not smart. They have left you everybody brain dead, so you don't think your sisters still have some brain functioning capacity going around. So you would rather listen to somebody else, which we are okay with. We just want you guys to get the message. We just want you to get the message. That's all. It doesn't have to come from us. Maybe if you listen to them, we'll begin to make that change that we've been advocating for. Continue to help us share. I'm not sure what happened to this. See, the video froze. Let's see. Video can't play. Okay, let me try back again and refresh. See if that will pull it up. While we're doing that, you can help us to share, and like, and subscribe. The enemies are fighting. They are making sure that nobody gets this information, but we are here to tell them otherwise. We are not stopping. Nothing will stop this message from getting to our people. Those few men and women that still have some brain functioning, they will pick up this information and run and do what they need to do so that our people can get their freedom. That's what's important to us, more than anything else. More than anything else. So let me,
Who wrote the agreement?
Okay, here it is.
Thank you.
I have to refresh the screen. They are making sure they will go and do something to it. This is ready to go. Yeah, but they are just in for it.
Yep.
An agriculture that's destroyed all the self-reliance and food sovereignty of people. Everyone's talking about the Ukraine war and Russia, but the reason African countries are hungry is because their ability to produce their food was destroyed by the right to dump by Cargill. Cargill wrote the agreement on agriculture, and then the junk food industry, the Pepsis and Cokes and Nestle's, wrote the sanitary and phytosanitary agreement and created the Codex Alimentarius to shut down healthy food and pushed the food that gave us illnesses, 75% chronic diseases. This is not a conspiracy. There is evidence that the corporations wrote the rules. Then it created the billionaires. Now the billionaires rule the world. And I call them the 1%, not because they're 1%, they're just a handful. And when you ask me, what's the optimism? For me, the optimism is a pathetic group of ignorant, selfish men are not more powerful than all the people who've occupied the palace of the president in Sri Lanka, the farmers who've occupied the streets of Netherlands. People have power. We've been made to think we are inert.
Yep.
We've been made to think nature is inert. And all it is a colonization of our mind. The minute we become free and say, we are part of nature, we are creative, and we are powerful in a different way. Powerful in the way of Shakti, powerful in the way of non-violent resistance, of absolutely refusing to be colonized.
Yep. You heard her say it. We have to decolonize our minds, because these people that are doing this, they are not that many. They were benefiting from, conflict happening everywhere. They are selling more weapons. They are doing all kinds of stuff. They are making money out of our misery. And it's not because we are not powerful enough to know what we're doing. They are not more than less than 1%, like she said. So compare that to billions and billions of people. But no, we're still in there acting incapacitated. Is gone. No. We need the men and women with the brain power to critically analyze all these situations and start putting the appropriate things in place for us to make any headway. If not, you'll continue to run in circles. Your PVC will not save you. As we are speaking, all the criminal enterprise and entities that made so much money back home and came and bought more houses here, they are all in town as we speak with their families, because they don't know Nkena. And they are coming back during election time, right? They don't leave their families on ground during election. So their families comes back here to stay. They hang around with their boys and their security, and they're telling you they're running a nation. But they want to come to a place where they will get electricity on demand, go to doctor's office on demand, take care of themselves on demand, not get harassed by the police on demand, being able to go to the bank and take your money. They're enjoying all the benefits of a land or a nation that is well done. But they absolutely refuse to bring the same to you. But they will deceive you with PVC. You will even fight their wars for them. You will go and protest for them. You will go and campaign for them. You, because your mind is colonized, you will go and fight for the very particular enemy that is coming to kill you. You see that when we say that you're brain dead is not an insult? Because if you're not brain dead, you will never allow for any election to take place in your land until the right strategies are put in place. Until we make that agreement, we have that transitional government in place that will have us decide if we want to be part of this nation or not. How can you be in a marriage where every night Diggy will be boxing you like you're a boxing container? And people will say, go back, he's your husband, God will forgive. Thunder fire you and your mouth of going back.
He said,
come, let me use you as a punching bag and see if you will quickly come back.
And forgive and forget.
And forgive and forget. The natural instinct of any man that is not mentally challenged is to defend yourself.
Yep.
Take care of yourself.
At least run away from the danger.
Take care of yourself by running away from the danger. Don't put it on God. He's not coming. He is not coming.
Why will he come when he gave you 2 legs to run away? What else is he coming to do? He gave you brain to think. He made you, he created you in his image. He said, I made you in my image. You are like me. Whatever I'm coming to do, you are able to do it. If you can use what I put in you. I put myself in you. My brain is your brain. Use it. No, you will not use it. You will sit down and wait for him to come. If you were God, will you come?
No.
No, if you were God, will you come? Won't you allow the person to be phased out? Look at what is happening up north. The report we're getting from is Briningwari in Kaduna State. They have to pay, they have tax imposed on farmers. Because we are telling you about this thing that this lady just spoke about. Because they manipulate this hunger and poverty you're seeing. They are man-made. Why will you be hungry when there's land and there's water, there's rain?
See me.
There's land, there's rain, there's sunlight. Why won't you produce food to eat? You know what? They will send terrorists in your land so that you will not farm. And then you will be hungry and begin to sell your children for food. These things are being manipulated by the colonial masters. They are the ones doing it. Stop excusing them. For those of you that speak from America and England and everywhere, stop excusing these people. We will not excuse them. For those that ignorant, they say, oh, colonialism has ended before. It did not end. What you have as independence is not independence. It's transfer of ownership. The day Nigeria got independence, Nigerians were not free. They simply transferred the mantle of leadership to caliphates. And you can verify these things. When you are a medical doctor, when they tell you something in the hospital, don't you go to your medical books to verify? As a lawyer, don't you go to verify your law books? As architects, whatever it is that you have become in this world, do you not go and verify the information before you write your exams? What is different from what we're doing now? This is self-determination project. The things we are saying here, and we are begging you to go to the website of Daughters of Truth. Other videos are there. Please go through all the videos. All the things we are saying there can be verified. That's why we show you videos. For you to verify what we're saying. If you do this search by yourself, You will verify, and the same thing we have, you will also find out. In Biriningwari, in 2 years, the terrorists have made 300 to 400 million from the poor farmers because they impose tax on them. So they say they do it in 3 phases, 3 stages. There's pre-season. There's money they have to pay for pre-season. There is mid-season payment tax. In the same one Nigeria that you say is your one Nigeria. And then when it's time for harvest, they will pay again. This is what is already happening. We are not saying it's going to come. It's happening already. That's how they subdue the people. That's why you see them bringing emir. At that point, that they cannot defend themselves. So they will bring a terrorist to become the emir of the region. There's another place I call Zirandegi or whatever district. They say in that district alone, they've made 200 million. Did I say 2 million before? I'm talking about 300 million, 400 million in a land that the people cannot even eat. Why wouldn't there be poverty everywhere? The devastation you're seeing in northern part of Nigeria is man-made. Ndoka, we are telling you, church people. The devastation you're seeing in northeast, northwest, middle belt, they are man-made. Human beings sat down, manipulated them, and said, this is what we do to make them not to go to farm, to make them to stay away from their land. And when they want to defend themselves, they will come with helicopter and bomb them and say, oh, it was a mistake. There was military rehearsal. And then we mistakenly bombed the people. These things we are saying, is this what your PVC, you can use PVC to fight? Are you not seeing the APC bishop? Did you not see the people that APC produced and called them bishops that will sign on your behalf? You bishops that we are speaking to, we have spoken to you privately, and before we call your name on this show, that means our team have spoken to you privately. We are not talking for just talking sake. And those of you that think we are just living here, we have full soldiers on the ground. The only thing we come here to do on Saturday is to inform you where we have reached and what is remaining, and then connect the dots, help you to connect the dots. APC, we told you that Nigeria is fraud. That is, the entity called Nigeria is fraud. It is fraud. That's, if you're looking for an example of a fraudulent entity, go and look at Nigeria. And APC is an embodiment of that fraud. And when we say this thing, when you say one, why would you not know that the rest we're saying is true? You saw the bishops. Did you not see the bishops? Did you not see how they cooked all of them up? This is what they have been doing in Nigeria. That's why your election will not count. The more you look, the less you see. If you chase them here, they will come the other side. If you we have just this struggle this year. We have made up to 7 abortions of. This is what Fulani is doing. We abort their strategy. We abort their strategy. They will come with their water bill. We abort it. They will come with Ruga. We abort it. Is this what we're going to be doing? What time are we not going to have to build the structures? If we're going to spend all our time aborting Fulani strategy. Oh, they are coming. They are coming. And they will come and warn you. And you still stay inside there. Even your freedom fight is the genuine struggle that our people, the Igbo people, to fight. Ninas was already in Igbo land before Nnamdi Kanu came. He did not go with the name Ninas. He used a different name because of the strategy, so that we will not be detected. But you know what? When they knew our people in market, our people were already coming in large numbers to listen to this strategy. When they heard it, what did they do? They recruited Nnamdi Kanu.
Yep.
Yes, go and verify. They recruited him. So he will come to the radio after taking Mkpuru Mmiri, after taking cocaine. He will come and shout, wah, 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 wah. They will say, hey, watch it, you won't know he's son of Lucifer.
The colonial masters did that to us now. They came to your nation and picked you up with a vessel called Jesus.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
they know how that works.
They know
language is a language of heaven.
imagine, why would they have a sheep and name the sheep Jesus? What does it make sense? What is the correlation? How does it correlate, Seth? But for you to see what they are doing, it's not that they're too intelligent, it's just that they're criminally minded. So if you are criminally minded, they will pick you up to work for them. That's why people will not want to follow Tony Nadi, because it's straightforward and clean. They will rather follow a criminal that is very eloquent. He will speak.
So it will work for them now, because when you're a taxi driver, now you become Minister of Transportation.
Exactly, because they are fraudulent themselves. So he will promise them that he'll make them Minister of Transportation. When you're a taxi driver, ask yourself, are you qualified? If you are a company running, will you put yourself in that job? No. You see how fraud, that's what we tell our people. So far you're building on fraud, we will not work with you, because it will collapse eventually. Anything built on fraud and lies and propaganda will eventually collapse. Just give it time. It's a question of time. So when they make noise about freedom, they will come and recruit them. So you will not think that he's still fighting with you. You know he has sold out.
Yep.
It's part of the colonial master's strategy. And most of these people have to be on drugs for them to be able to talk to you with one mouth and talk to the colonial masters with the other mouth. So sometimes when you keep what they're saying, it does not make sense. It's not consistent. Today they will say one thing, tomorrow they will say another. It's part of it. You have to be on drugs to be able to sell your people. For you to sell your people, you have to be on drugs. But those are saying the truth, because truth is constant. That's why what Tony Nadi said 2015, that's what he's still saying today. And our people will laugh and say, oh, he's sounding like a broken record. That's consistency. He's saying the same thing. He has not changed what he told you people 10 years ago. The elders of Igbo land. What Tony Nadi told you 10 years ago, he has not changed. What he told you 15 years ago, he has not changed. What he told you 20 years ago, he has not changed. Under Aladema episode of 2012, go and read it. He has not changed. But you know what? You are the only one moving from one criminal camp to the other. We have up to 42 criminal camps calling themselves freedom fighters. Coming from this one truth that Tony Nadi shared with our people. They brought 42 groups. Even some that two of us who have worked with, that we have spoken personally with, that we are with them in IPOB. They came out of IPOB and set up another criminal group. If you are God, are you going to free a people like that?
No.
A people that are so dishonest, so hypocritical, that we never follow truth. They know this is truth, but they are running up and down, waiting for me to do it for them. You know what? We will do it. It's just that you might be dead by the time we finish. And your children will inherit the land, because you're too dishonest to inherit the land. Go ahead, my sister.
So we say, what is the way forward? Our brother, once again, is at it. He's constant in his message. He's not mixing words. No, right? It's like a teenager that don't want to listen. You know, where you want I was last speed. You get a ticket, you have an accident. They don't listen until him one accident, and then they break their femur, and then all of a sudden to hand boy. That's what's going to happen to those of you that don't want to listen. We'll continue to speak the truth. Go and watch our videos. We are constant. I am now from one camp to the other. Today we are following in this camp. The other day we are following this one. They will tell you now the country is a criminal, but now they are supporting Tinubu. Between them and Tinubu, who is the biggest criminal?
I'm telling you, see me.
No.
See me see trouble. You sell them from Owazurike, they will go to Nnamdi Kanu. You sell them from Nnamdi Kanu, they go to Peter Obi, as if there's a cause placed on them never to do something right. Yes, that cause is colonial cause. But you can break that cause today if we can begin to understand what it is. Like what my sister pulled up, the pyramid of evil, Nigeria's pyramid of evil. What is at the top of that pyramid? Look at it. Is the crown, the colonial master's crown. The owners of the land you live in, British crown. The land that you live in, that you inherited from your ancestors, has been taken away. Your ancestors kept the land for you. But by the time you came, they did their own part. And we are supposed to do our own part. They started taking it when our ancestors were there. They fought their own war. We need to fight our own today, because I tell people, I say, part of the strategy our ancestors used was to make us to go and learn the white man's way. Because you are fighting an enemy, you have no clue of who he is. Remember, our people were just there. Then one day, some people appeared like aliens, looking different color. They didn't know whether they are gods. They didn't know whether they are human beings. They didn't know whether they are coming from outer space. They had to deal with these people. In dealing with them, they found out that these people are very dishonest in what they are doing. What did they do? They sent their children to the land to go and study their ways.
Which children? The ones that are having party every weekend.
Exactly. So unfortunately, some of them got lost, but not all. Some of us got the information. The day I hit the land here, people knew I hit the land to come and learn. I needed to know what is going on. And I didn't hide it. I said I was coming here to be educated, to be schooled on your ways and the things that you're doing. What is it that you're doing that your people can eat, but my people cannot eat? What magic are you playing? I want to know. Teach me. That's what human beings do.
My dear, you're the only one sent by the ancestors. This one here, they came here to join people's club. This one club, Igbo Fest. My dear, they're here living their best life for you on your own. So keep speaking.
So it's so terrible. So you look at this, you see, on top of it is the British crown. Next to it is the caliphate, the Fulanis, the elite, the Fulani elite. We're not talking about the poor people that are inside bush drinking urine of cow. Those ones are victims of the whole system also. The way, whatever is holding them, keeping them inside that forest, is what is keeping you poor and dejected. All of you are the same level. So we are talking about systems. When we speak about systems. The British system, we're not talking about the everyday British man that is on the road, that doesn't even know what his government is doing. Those ones that you meet when you're living in UK, they give you what. I have some friends here that are white and they're very nice people. So we're talking about systems.
Yeah, yes.
That's
Thank
why
you
we
for
want to
clarifying that.
Systems. The British system, the Caliphate system, then 1999 Constitution, another system. It's system we're talking about. The federal government, another system. And we told you that the federal government of Nigeria has been hijacked by these evil systems. And then the masses are down as victims of these evil structures. And part of what they did was to brainwash the masses with religion. We are not saying you should not serve God. That's not what we're saying. But if you're going to serve God, you have to serve God in truth and honesty. Stop duping our people. You see, these people are so fraudulent. You give them Bible, they will manipulate Bible and use it to manipulate our people. If it's the real word of God, there's no way our people will not be free. But it's your manipulation of the word of God that is killing my people. Just like you're manipulating Nina's project. Nina's proposition has been shared with all the churches in Nigeria and their church leaders. What are they doing? They keep manipulating what Nina's has said. Today, one will jump out and say, we want interim government. I want to be the president. Is that the strategy? Is that what you read? These documents we are giving to all of you. These documents we are giving to all of you to examine. You will examine them and pull them out because you are fraudulent in nature. Few of you, I'm not talking about all Africans. We are talking about the people that are being used to get the people that, because the system, part of what the system does is to single out some people and use them against the people. But for you to succeed in being an agent of the colonial masters in our land, you have to be fraudulent. It's either you're fraudulent or you are addicted on hard drugs. The two of them. There must be a level of addiction, because if your brain is functioning well, you will not sell your people out. So most of them are drug addicts. And we're saying this so that our people can begin to identify them. Don't just start following somebody because he's a church leader and you're going there submitting isiomagi to them, submitting your destiny, submitting your talent in your hand that God has given to you, because he's called himself G.O. Check some of them. Some of them are drug addicts. Some of them are addicted to one form or the other. Some are addicted to women. One form of addiction or the other, to keep them going so that they will be able to lie to you the way you should be lied to. What's the essence of that? To brainwash you so that you can be easily colonized. So that's how they got the natives brainwashed and kept subjugated. First, before the Bible tells us all the things, say for you to get a strong man, you have to tie the strong man down first. So our people were strong and intelligent. What did they do? They entered our system. They used education system. They used religious system. They used all this to brainwash our people, then making us, the more we look, the less we see. So suddenly, even in their country, in their country, there's a video going around where preachers are being arrested on the streets of London. So if the Christianity that we thought we were practicing with them is what they are practicing, why are they now arresting those that are preaching?
You're a noise maker, Michi, no.
Exactly. You are now making noise to them. But this is what the missionaries brought to our land. Why we're saying this is, please, for our people to re-examine what is going on. It's time for us to begin to dismantle these causes, layer by layer. See that layer, top layer, we pull it out. The next one, we pull it out. The next one, we pull it out. If you look at the center of this pyramid, what you find there is the 1999 Constitution. 1999 Constitution is the pillar that is holding this evil structure together. It's the only singular thing that when you do, every other thing will come crumbling down. We have made the work easy for you to understand what we're saying. All this one, you're running up and down. Some people say we went to UN. Some people say they're doing de facto. Some people say they're doing alliance. Some people say they're doing... Stop all these fraudulent moves. You did not know what was causing trouble 20 years ago. You will not suddenly know it this year. And then you get solution this year. We're already in the middle of war. If our God did not reveal the secret that is 1999 Constitution that is causing, if it took you 20 years, since Ninas have been shouting that the problem is 1999 Constitution, it took you 20 years to understand what somebody was telling you. Can't you see that you're slow? Can't you see that your brain cannot be used to deliver the whole people? And we are not insulting you.
My dad, they know how to speak English, Megan. They have to speak their English, their addiction.
Please, we need to get this tax done. It's a tax that needs to be done for the indigenous peoples to be free. We need to begin to reverse these causes of the colonial masters. How? Dismantling these structures and hierarchy of evil, layer by layer, is a tax that needs to be done by all. So stop wasting your energy doing the other things that are not needed. It's like, so this is the thing, that this is the problem. 1999 Constitution is the only problem. That you don't have water to drink, that you don't have electricity, that you don't have job, that you don't have all this other thing. 1999 Constitution is the one that when you bring it down, every other thing that the enemy put in place will collapse, and then you begin to thrive. So what do you need to do? Come together. Let's pull down the 1999 Constitution. But some people
saying that you're so puzzled.
Oh my goodness,
unfolding
sorry.
miracle. Yeah, hold on. I think before this, can you bring the Tony's
Okay.
video before this one, if you can find it?
Okay.
So before we need to come together so that our force can be together. That's the alliance. The alliance is built around 1999 Constitution. Like you are pulling down something and you say, Buni Buni, Ibu and Idanda. That's what people say. Everybody come, let's put this thing together. It's not just when you hear the word alliance, you go and form the alliance. You say, yes, we too, we have formed alliance. Interim, somebody will say, yes, we have interim government. I want to be the president. When we say, oh, self-determination, somebody will say, yes, there's self, there's no determination. When we say, oh, there's all these words that we drop, you pick them. Okay, when we say that we need to get a new, that when Nigeria is reconstructed, some people say, yes, we need a new Nigeria. You run with it. How do you want to get that new Nigeria? So please, all these things that you people are doing in here and there is distracting the only one work that needs to be done. One work. You are called to do one work, but you are busy doing every other thing but that one work. Only one thing will stop the enemy from entering your land. The people they kill in Imo State, they are killing you because Imo State is still being governed under 1999 Constitution. Lagos people that Tinubu went and brought Sharia to Lagos. He is able to do that because Lagos is still being governed by 1999 Constitution. So far, your land, your territory, Ijo land, Ijo nation, Urobo, what's all this? Middle belt, what's that one? I forgot. Igala, Idoma, Yoruba, all of you. So far, whoever that is leading you as your governor is still holding on to 1999 Constitution as the document of leadership. Fulanis will have the right to come into your land, kill you, take your resources, and not just Fulanis, Chinese, anyone, Britain, all of them will come because that 1999 Constitution is like the chain that has held you down, tied you down, that you're not able to do anything. So any change or revolution that leaves this 1999 Constitution in place is a waste of time.
Total waste of time.
Is a waste of time. You will go round, but you will not hit the head. That's why you see all these fake politicians, Atiku, Tinubu, Peter Obi, all of them are fake. Why? Because they are not talking of what they need to do with the one single thing that's held the people down. Why? Because the colonial masters told them, do anything you want to do, but don't touch the 1999 Constitution. That's why they called them to London. He said, Peter Obi, if you touch the 1999 Constitution, we will take all your assets, your family assets that you have in London.
Your Pandora box will be missing.
Yeah, your Pandora box will open. That's why they call them. So our people, instead of jumping up and down with PVC, why not go and meet Peter Obi and say, sir, what are you going to do about this 1999 Constitution? Because it's not that he doesn't know. He knows, but he has been compromised. All of them have been compromised. None. There's none that is not compromised. Did they set out to be compromised by themselves? No. It's part of the strategy of the colonial masters. They know what they did. They stole our resources. As we try to find out what they did, they will come in, pick whoever that is making noise the most, compromise that person, and there's nothing any of you will do. And you continue to follow them. You think it's where you're going that he's going. No, he has been compromised. It's not where you're going that P2B is going. It's not where you're going that Nnamdi Kanu is going. It's not where you're going that Atiku is going. Our people want freedom. Our people want self-determination. However, these people have been compromised. They compromised them ahead of time. Like Nnamdi Azikiwe. He was compromised. That's why when he now left the alliance, he was building with Southwest to go and join the caliphate. It's a move. But if you can listen to what we're saying today, to understand what we're saying, that in the middle of your woes, in the middle of your trouble, the only single thing, if they tell you one single thing that you need to do in this life to be free, that single thing is 1999 Constitution. If we have told you that 1999 Constitution is your enemy, can't you see that you going into another election means that you are still holding on to that single thing we told you that is killing you? Have you seen what you're doing to yourself? Have you seen you are the one by yourself killing the children in Imo State? That the 14 children that died, those children that were shot, whether they were shot by a Bubago, whether they were shot by DSS, whether they were shot by ESN or non-gunmen or IPOB or Nnamdi Kanu, whoever that shot them, the only reason those children were shot is because Imo State is still under 1999 Constitution. And every other death you hear about in that territory of Nigeria is as a result of 1999 Constitution. There are some people that cannot understand this thing we are saying. Of course, that's why everybody is not a medical doctor. If everybody could understand everything about medicine, all of us were medical doctors now. That's why some people are lawyers, some people are doctors, some people are engineers. So you must not understand everything that Ninas is saying. But there are people. It's not only Tony Nadi. Tony Nadi is not speaking because we know how dangerous it is. That's why we are limiting the people that we expose to danger. How can we bring our 11 to the public? No. This structure is beyond what some of you know. However, there's a reason why some of the people working hard, tirelessly under the table are being kept to preserve them. Because like we said, majority have been destroyed, their brain destroyed.
Because once they see that you're doing this, they will come and offer you money.
Exactly.
That's why you see Asare join a de facto government and now he's Mr. Tinubu.
Exactly. That's why Wazirike will set up the radio, the human rights radio, and then you can bring a Fulani APC and say, come, it's Fulani APC, I'll bring for you. These people are being compromised seriously. And it's not difficult to find out. Some of you on radio doing one form of broadcast or the other, stop lying to our people. You know the truth. And I said that if you have no ability to speak truth, if whatever they did to the brain of our people has made it that you have lost the ability to speak the truth, can you just keep quiet then? You must not talk. It's not the most that you talk to our people. We don't want people that do not know what is going on speaking to our people because you're constituting noise. And you are making noise. As you're making noise, our people will not hear the written. That's the only
danger.
role. Yes, Nnamdi Kanu played. For 10 years, Nnamdi Kanu kept distracting our people from the danger and the solution to the danger. He even went ahead to tell people that he knows 3 ways. That Uche Mefo knows 2. That he knows 3. Did you ask him the 3rd one? Because he knew about Tony Nadi before you. But he told people that no, Tony Nadi is working for one Nigeria. Why? So that he will keep you away from every single thing that will set you free. He was sent to go and do it. He's a double agent. If he comes here, I will tell him face to face. Because that's what it is. We were inside there. For the longest time, we thought it was other people distracting the work that was being done. We were looking for who is destroying, because we were working tirelessly from America. We were putting things in place. But somebody kept sabotaging what we were doing.
Yeah.
We kept looking, who is doing that? The difference between Sister Munachi and myself is that other women ran away. By the time other women looked and saw what was happening, they ran away. But we chose to stay until we find out who is doing this. And we continued to dig until we dug. He ended in the front of Nnamdi Kanu. We looked up. As we dug. Who is doing this? Follow the trace. By the time we dug and got to the end, we looked up. Who did we see? Nnamdi Kanu.
Yep.
That's why we turned away. And that's why you will not find us in IPOB. Because like Soludo said, IPOB is a criminal franchise. Governor Soludo of Anambra State, he has told you people, and he should know. And that's why he's cracking you people down. However, I'm telling Governor Soludo, instead of killing our boys, when you know that it wasn't Nnamdi Kanu that recruited them into this criminal franchise,
brainwash them, render them useless,
made them to leave their jobs, made them to become poor, made them to become criminals overnight. These are intelligent boys that had their secure job. We were with these children, we know some of them. They had their secure job. Our people are not lazy people, they're hardworking people. Our youths are not lazy. These children were working. We spoke to some of them. They were working, they had jobs. But Nnamdi Kanu told them to leave their jobs.
Yep. When we get you Biafra, we'll make sure the person that has 3 cars will give you one. We'll never allow them to drive 3 cars.
Now, them leaving that job means to make them poor. When you make people poor, anything you tell them to do, they will do it.
Yep. Desperation will increase.
The colonial masters, they will pluck out everything and then they will give you crumbs, like you're dropping for chicken, and the chicken will follow you. That's what happened. So our elders in Igbo land know this truth. Oludo, you know this truth.
Oswago knew the truth.
Professor Oswago, you know the truth. All of you down there, okay, all of you, you know the truth.
Abaribe,
lying again.
the chief benefactor.
Why are you lying to our people? We are saying, Governor Soludo, go for the person that set up the criminal franchise that you mentioned. He said it's a criminal franchise. You know, franchise means they have different branches, but it's coming from the owner. If I tell you that McDonald's is a franchise, that means there's somebody that owns McDonald's. You have identified that it's a criminal franchise. Why are you not looking for the owner of the franchise? And then set up amnesty for our boys. We're not saying that criminality should be allowed or tolerated. No. Set up amnesty for our boys and begin to give them a job. Give them job. Retrain them.
Mental health services. Yes,
rehabilitation. That's what they need. You're a professor, you should know these things. Rehabilitate them. Stop killing them, because we are taking you people shooting them on the street as destroying evidence. Because these boys know who recruited them.
Yes.
You will now go there and shoot them, kill them. Why are you killing them on the street? Why not build up somewhere and grant them amnesty and begin to rehabilitate them? Why are you killing them? Because you want to keep evidence away. Because most of you politicians worked within Nnamdi Kanu to destroy the struggle of my people. Now you want to kill the children that have the evidence. Stop what you're doing, otherwise you pay with the life of your children.
He's sick. He's sick. All right, I'm going to play this video.
Yes, as we continue our exposés, we come with another special opening of eyes of people who have been tormented to see the very demons tormenting them that they could not see before. Now, Nigeria we live in is like a huge pyramid with granite deckings in which there's an apex, there's a peak, there's a top to it. And it's in 5 layers. There's also a bottom to it, in which the people are the base of that pyramid in their quagmire. And so we have a command and control structure that was designed to be so. And when I say this, I say it because we have the documents of proof. The documents we got by all means, the way WikiLeaks used to get its documents from the British archives, which our fathers didn't see, didn't know. I happen to have been eyeball to eyeball with those who went to negotiate our independence at the beginning of this whole thing that is now being implemented, being enforced, the consensus we have built. Enohoro, for instance, Hope Harriman, for instance, those who actually went to those discussions we've been hearing about, they didn't know about all of the things the British concealed in the background. So we've come today as part of the Enlightenment series that will prepare you for the joint jailbreak that we are, mobilizing for. The prison gate is already shattered. The prison walls are compromised. All of us who are locked here against our will by the brigandage of the British since 1914 and being held here against our will, but with our forged signature under the 1999 constitution imposed by the Caliphate, I want us to listen carefully. In that command and control, hierarchical structure, we have a chain of command that is in 5 main compartments. At the peak of that chain, at the head of that chain of command, is the British Crown and the UK government. Next in that chain of command is the Caliphate, the Sokoto Caliphate. Down from that is the Constitution of Nigeria as dictated by the first 2, by the Caliphate in consultation with the British Crown and government of the UK. Then from that Constitution, you come to the 4th layer. That's where your federal government of Nigeria occurs. And then, of course, we could have been talking about the states as another layer, but the states are just appendages, to the federal government. They don't really control anything. The 68 items on the exclusive list take away everything. The states are actually the cells in that prison, that caliphate prison called Nigeria. The states are the cells where, the way the prisoners are not all just poured into one compound. The prisoners are kept in cells, separated from one another, and they can't interact themselves with themselves outside what the warders, outside what the prison keepers approve of. So,
all right, I'm going to post this video on our website, on our Facebook page. It's also on ninasvoice.org website. It's a good place to go and gain more information. I love the way he explained this to people that are listening anyway, because what your colonial masters are delivering to you, you won't be able to understand. You get in a pyramid when he's telling you how you're being held hostage. So we're going to conclude by playing this video from our sister, who understood what these colonial terrorists, criminals did to us, still doing to us. How can you come and steal from me and then turn around, deliver me as the criminal? Like you literally stole from me. People are coming to rescue. All of a sudden, you're wearing my clothes and everything else, and you push me outside. Look what doing here. This is what these people did to us, still doing to us, because our people are still sleeping. The strategies that they're putting in place to keep us dormant is taking place. We don't know who we are. We'll rather fight our brothers and sisters than to hear the truth. We are rather defend our pastors than to hear the truth. We'll collect red flags everywhere we see it. because we hate to deal with the truth. So we'll collect any kind of red flag and we see. Mind the red flag is God. They're telling you, see about for there is a danger coming. No. He gave me, he collect it. I see danger come. I'm here by the blood of Jesus. Another red flag will come. You collect it. The Holy Ghost fire. You will be collecting it. Then you go to midweek services. You collect it. You will fill up your 1 bedroom. Then you start praying and fasting. That's not a strategy, my people. Let's listen to our sister. Yes, Omachi say, well analyzed. This is very serious. Yes, brother Omachi or sister Omachi. That the rest of that video is on Nina's Voice platform. You can go in there and see how he methodologically explained all of these processes that they have put in place to keep you down, so that you will be using PVC to stop a bullet that will be coming your way. And we know with logic and reason that PVC will not stop a bullet. So PVC will not stop you from when you are so hungry that you're owing money, they have to ask you to sell your 8-year-old daughter to pay your debt. PVC will not solve it. They've been playing games with our lives, playing games. How much? They even make fun of our rice. They will go and say Nigerian rice. People will be dying of hunger. School fees not paid. They will say Nigerian rice and Ghanaian rice. Which one is better? The internet will set on fire over rice. It will be on for 2 weeks. Ghanaians will now put more maggi in their rice to give you more taste. My people will add ogrinokbe to give you more taste. People are dying and you guys are discussing rice. Luciferic human beings. They have played us, duped us, did everything. They will tell us, you put on makeup, put on hair, put on wig, put on just to be who you are not. Who you're not. And then when we complain and say, oh, you guys are doing this to Africans, you don't put us on a magazine, they will go and get a monster in African forest and put him on a magazine for us.
The face of Africa.
Say face of Africa. Then they will see all these Caucasian people this big with round face. Here. They will put them as face of Caucasian people. Playing games with our sight is just terrible. Every time we complain, they will use their media. That's why we say, stop watching them. All these British media. Our sister Gravitas is doing a good job. She's going to take over their broadcasting.
You say?
The WION will take over broadcasting of the Westerners because they use their broadcasting for propaganda.
And lies.
Lies.
Manipulation.
Manipulation.
Not for news.
Fake news everywhere. Nothing that will benefit you. The more you see, the less you look. Now in America, they have turned our brothers especially, they all want them to wear lipstick and skirts.
Yes, and be doing hand like in the
and be doing hand like this. Our sisters don't have husbands. They have locked up the ones so for lock them up for any little infraction. You get locked up. If you don't get locked up, you get shot over traffic stop. 100 bullets like you're in a war zone.
You're in prison for 10 years.
Then the ones that are left, they will give them lipstick and handbag. And thank God I don't buy any more handbags. Yeah, they will have beard, lipstick, still have their manhood and wearing skirts. Confusion everywhere. And you ask, where are the Indians? How come the Indian men are not wearing lipstick and handbags?
Exactly.
Where are the Chinese?
Exactly.
Where are the Cambodians wearing skirt and lipstick and handbag?
It's only our men.
And equal, they will come after you because they are proud month kind on email. Or pride month kind on email. That's where we find ourselves. Games. Then the people that the games are being played on, they have not reason to say, whoa.
There's war. There's war upon you. Black man. There's war of extermination upon you. Stop playing around. Stop dancing social media. Stop being on social media dancing a flavor. Social influencers. Nollywood. One person will lose 8 siblings. Nollywood did not see anything wrong with it. And you will continue. Can't you see that Nigeria will happen to everyone? Can't you see that if we don't build our health facilities, our healthcare, our roads, our everything, the limited time of grace that God gave to us is finishing. Everybody, one thing will take you down. One thing will take you down. If it's not terrorism, it will be road accident. If it's not road accident, it will be fire, will burn you. Something will take you down. Nigeria will happen to you and your children. Something will take you down. Come, let's retrieve our land so that we can build it. You don't build a land that does not belong to you. It has been taken. You need to retrieve it first. So far, you have 1999 Constitution as document in your territory. The land does not belong to you. It belongs to the owner of 1999 Constitution because you did not make it. So it's not yours. Stop claiming what is not your own. Go and get your own first. Retrieve your land by removing 1999 Constitution from your land and begin to set up. Ninas has the proposition. If you go through it, the constitutional force majeure, step by step, even a dummy will understand it. It's so simple that a dummy that is like clear-minded, you're not a criminal, just a normal dummy, you understand it. It's so simple. So if you don't understand it, is either you're a criminal or you're something else. Go ahead, please.
It's so sad. Our brown brothers and sisters all over the world, because anywhere you see them all over the world, hand on our home, they live in the poorest neighborhood. They live where they were not wanted. They are the one that brought them into the forest. So
yeah, they chase them into there.
Waiting for us to do the right thing, waiting for us to make them proud, waiting for us to build a nation that they will be proud of, so that Hannah and Agade can hold their head up high. We don't have any time to waste. PVC is not our answer. P2B, if you love your people like you claim you love, through the mercy of Mary the Magdalene, I
tell you.
Have mercy on my people. Stop the suffering. Tell them the truth. Let's sacrifice for the future generation.
Yes.
Listen to our sister to tell you about one thing that keeps her puzzled about all of this.
One thing that keeps me puzzled, despite having studied finance and economics at the world's best universities, the following question remains unanswered. Why is it that 5,000 units of our currency is worth 1 unit of your currency, where we are the ones with the actual gold reserves? It's quite evident that the aid is in fact not coming from the West to Africa, but from Africa to the Western world. The Western world depends on Africa in every possible way, since alternative resources are scarce out here. So how does the West ensure that the free aid keeps coming? By systematically destabilizing the wealthiest African nations and their systems, and all that backed by huge PR campaigns, leaving the entire world under the impression that Africa is poor and dying and merely surviving on the mercy of the West. Well done, Oxfam, UNICEF, Red Cross, Life Aid, and all the other organizations that continuously run multi-million-dollar advertisement campaigns depicting charity porn to sustain that image of Africa globally. Ad campaigns paid for by innocent people under the impression to help with their donations. While one hand gives under the flashing lights of cameras, the other takes in the shadows. We all know the dollar is worthless, while the euro is merely charged with German intellect and technology, and maybe some Italian pasta. How can one expect donations from nations that have so little? It's super sweet of you to come with your colored paper in exchange for our gold and diamonds. But instead, you should come empty-handed, filled with integrity and honor. We want to share with you our wealth and invite you to share with us. The perception is that a healthy and striving Africa would not disperse its resources as freely and cheaply.
Nope.
Which is logical.
Very logical.
Of course. It would instead sell its resources at world market prices. which in turn would destabilize and weaken Western economies established on the post-colonial free meal system. Last year, the IMF reports that 6 out of 10 of the world's fastest growing economies are in Africa, measured by their GDP growth. The French Treasury, for example, is receiving about $500 billion year in, year out. Foreign exchange reserves from African countries based on colonial debt it forced them to pay. Former French President Jacques Chirac stated in an interview recently that we have to be honest and acknowledge that a big part of the money in our banks comes precisely from the exploitation of the African continent. In 2008, he stated that without Africa, France will slide down in the rank of a third world power. This is what happens in the human world, the world we have created. Have you ever wondered how things work in nature? One would assume that in evolution the fittest survives. However, in nature, any species that is overhunting, overexploiting the resources they depend on as nourishment, natural selection would sooner or later take the predator out.
Say that again, my sister. Take the predators out. So you see, my people, our ancestors did not curse us. The criminals are at work. They use globalization to deceive us. They will turn our naira into water and their dollar is going up. They will steal our resources and turn around and give it to us after they've taken pictures of us picking up trash to eat. And they will come out as the Lord and the Savior of the African children. You see that we've been duped. Duped to oblivion that my people here don't even get what is going on. As I'm telling you, they are dancing at the park, calling themselves Igbo Fest, when they don't know nothing about the Igbos. They don't understand our plight. Their names are Munachi, Chidemma, Chiemeka. They know nothing about who we are. In fact, they make mockery of who we are. Because if they have an ounce of concern with all the things that is going on, with the caliber of people that they have in the association, they would have made an inch. So you see, we are running in circles. And then to the Westerners, when you leave Africa vulnerable, you will pay somehow, whether you like it or not. Our sister said it correctly. When you keep over-depending on your resources, we don't have any choice than to cut you off because, my dear, you cannot take all my blood, you're not parasite. We must do better. None of this has anything to do with our ancestors. Some punk is benefiting from it somehow. He doesn't care if we are dead. He doesn't care if our blood flows on the street. He doesn't care if our environment is polluted. The good Lord is giving it back to them. Temperature now in the Eastern Europe and here, they are on fire. Spain is on fire. Portugal is on fire. And these things can happen when you see them up there in charge. Because here in they will not leave Africa vulnerable. If they have any if they have any answer for him, they will not leave Africa as in a vulnerable state.
No, in the hands of terrorists.
In the hands of terrorists.
No.
So here will almost glorify Fulanis in all these other places.
That's what it is.
They will not do the right thing. Because Fulanis have stolen Nigeria. They have not used it to do anything for brown people.
No.
These are Fulanis ruling European Union or Union or whatever they call themselves. They want to sanction Iran. They don't want to. They're taking it. Ndara. Mad people everywhere. So good men and women need to stand up. So there are ways we can do that. Ways that we can do that. It's not far-fetched.
No.
They cannot rule. We've told you guys time and time again, they cannot manage a wife and 2 kids.
No.
Now they want to come and rule. A lot of our men in America, they're so Americanized, they deal for a time like this. Their father sent them here, like my sister said, to come and learn the ways of the white men so they can use it to elevate their people. When they finally married their sisters, instead of them to be the head of household, now they went to Akrense. I don't know what they call Akrense in our English language. They went to the rectum. They are hiding in the rectum now, saluting themselves and giving themselves titles, telling themselves they're in charge of Igbo first, running around like monkeys and baboons. They don't know their left from right.
Ozu Igbondo one of Ezinifite.
Omanewuna Houston. Big names. When you're
don't even know the word to Ezinifite.
They're going to emasculate. All you can do is to back like a dog in your wife's anus.
Yes.
That's all you can do. You left your children vulnerable for them to be shot like a Ndara. You don't have a place of your own that you can call something. Things get tough. You move from east, go all on our Lagos, Gabli.
Yes.
God gave you those resources, the money that you have, so that you get a like mind to solve a society problem, community problem for everybody. It's not for you to run and come and buy a house in Missouri City. You benefited from the system. You made your money, because now they will say, what about you not here? I'm doing my part, but you, the criminal entities, you make your money from that environment. The purpose of that is to use it to help elevate your people.
Bam.
Not for you to run from responsibility. You got all overnight in Lagos.
You don't know what is going on.
You don't know what is going on. Then I bet you guys will be speaking big English now platforms. In English is not a measure of wisdom. It's just a means of communication.
Yep.
So you being fluent in English now, see bara.
It means not mean
you have brain.
It means not it was.
You're speaking, you're just communicating. That's
all. You're just speaking Igbo.
Look at the man.
Language, Eliza. What does that mean to me?
It does not mean that you're smart. It does not mean that. Stop deceiving our people and parading with your big use of English language and all these things as have for nothing. If you cannot use your PhD, your money, your resources to elevate my people, shut the hell up.
Stop talking.
You guys ought to be ashamed of yourselves.
So in the toilet, don't speak in public.
You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Go and hide. I called my friend in Abuja. He said, don't go there, and then he can't believe his eyes. Monkey. You guys are pathetic human beings. So pathetic. They say you're despicable. There is no reason why in 2022 people are running back and forth and lying to themselves about who they are not. We have to be authentic to ourselves. Are we talking about integrity? You will sell and sell and sell and sell. You guys will work hard to go and destroy it. For change. You will sell the next generation. Mode of transportation. Where are the men and women of integrity? Where are those that are authentic to themselves? That it's okay for you to wear all e-hands so that you'll be able to face that Lord doing an F every day. You'll be able to face him one day and say, I have run a good race.
Yep.
Not a fake one. Not a guy who a hitcher with home when I go to church, get your testimonies.
My dear. Oh.
You want to carry your business site, you get testimony about buying your first car at 70. Fake people everywhere. You and your husband are bickering and fighting like little children, and you think you're going to raise children that will respect you. No, you can't. That's why I'm telling you now. Why in London, Russia? Only 1 year I got a wedding in the Russia. Why? In the Igbo here on the Russians or 3 decades. We are the only one that will leave ourselves because we hate ourselves to be running to nails everywhere. If we are saying love is love, Love. How come white people that are so rich are not going to the village? No, I had to go and be marrying girls.
No.
Or even marry the ones here. After our sisters, our African American sisters here don't have husbands. How come they're not marrying them? But as soon as my brother signs NBA, NFL football, he will abandon his brothers and sisters. How come the white people that are signing the same NFL and NBA are not going and marrying brown sisters? Low self-esteem people everywhere. You put Facebook will block you. Then the ones that are turned over, they will turn them into lipstick men. We must have standards. There is nothing wrong with that. We must have values. There is nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
We must have ethics. There is nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
If not, people will be sleeping with their dog because that's what they've been dreaming about. If not, it's okay for you to take a 3-year-old and go and put your big penis into her.
Oh,
that's what you've been dreaming. But we know it's not right, so we stop it. We cannot be elevating in how just saw trending. Trending
to where to where?
We are trending to hell.
It's an abomination in our land.
We are trending to hell. Are we talking about the so-called social influencers? They are not your opinion mothers. They are dumb. They can only sing. That's why they're only singing. None of them can only full calculus or full chapter 1 page of calculus.
No.
So they are not smart. So don't let them deceive you with an Azada video or whatever. They can only sing. They are as a matter of fact, entertainers and celebrities as the group, they are the dumbest group of people in a society. Very dumb. Except for those who know they use their level of achievement to help other people. In Africa, hanging with politicians.
Yes.
They will be singing with their name, glorifying them, hanging with them, singing for their birthday parties. They are dumb people. Those people who don't know so.
Criminal dumb people.
Flavor singing does not make him smart, so do not let him make decisions for you.
No.
Davido with his fat uncle that can dance obodo. It's not your opinion model.
No, it shouldn't be.
That I need somebody to help me sing it. Does not mean that you're smart.
No. You just got an inspiration and wrote about something. It does not make you an opinion molder.
Look what the more. I am not here now about in circles as if we don't know what we're supposed to do. These people will quickly turn our children to work in wine. Say how it's okay. It's okay. No, it's not allowed. You're not the only one that was abused when you did that. The father in school, they were abusing boys, abusing all of them. And we know it. We are asking us to apply the principle of being truthful at all times, no matter what, whether it affects you or not. We must pledge allegiance to our future generation.
Yes.
Because they depend on us. They didn't ask us to bring them here.
No.
We must learn how to patronize home goods. Patronize.
Yes.
It's okay to use green okpeyi to cook. That's what I use, and it tastes good.
My children love it.
Stop being fake.
Secret spice. So, Mom, where's the secret spice? Yeah, this is the secret spice.
Maybe we should start selling it online as secret spice. And they're deceiving us. Everything Western world, that's what we want. Western this. As I'm telling you now, I went to my backyard, I burned wood and crushed it because now Crest is selling toothpaste that they put a dash of charcoal. $7.99 a tube. I burned the wood in my backyard, crushed it, and I'm using it to brush my teeth.
Like we have been doing it. Have we not been doing it in our villages?
They came and bastardized everything that we're about. Made us to not to be who we are. Look at him, Michael Jackson. Maybe they want to cry because this guy, when he was a teenager, you will whip for him what they did to him.
Whitney Houston, I saw again, and I'm where.
Please, my people, brown people, anywhere you find yourself, wake up from your slumber. We have been duped, people. We have been duped. This is 419. You know, they like to call Africans, especially Nigerians, 419.
Well,
the headquarters is on this side of the universe.
And had the certificate for 419.
They don't have a PhD. How much a professor emeritus now 419 studies?
In 419.
They do. They are.
Yes.
Wake up. Wake up. It's not okay for a man to be putting lipstick. Already, we have work to be done. We don't have time for lipstick. I can even wipe mine now.
Yes.
I don't put lipstick on a regular day.
Of course.
We have work to be done. We are not here to be fancy. We must do it right the first time. I am working time. They say, oh, let's come. I may have a buffalo. No, do it right the first time consistently.
We don't have time.
Because if not, they will continue to take us on a merry-go-round, cause us to be drowsy, that will be looking for a place to lean. It's time to get us out of their merry-go-round wheels that they put us into. It's time to come out. I will want to emphasize that this is not done by the people. Because somebody happy in one neighborhood, this is the government system that is doing this. That is benefiting from them. A regular American is here worried about paying their bills. So
yes,
they don't know what is going on because we have to differentiate that.
Yes.
A regular British person is there worried about inflation that went up 40%.
Yeah, looking for food to eat.
Looking for food to eat. We are talking about the government and the system and policies that they put in places.
The system.
The Chinese, as we speak right now, they are fighting the bank to get their money back that they put into the account, and now it has gone. Jab has swallowed it. So we're not talking about the people of all these nations. We're talking about the criminal enterprise of those on top. Now pay button to set the world on fire. That's who the problems are. And they have agents everywhere. Agents on Facebook that will block people from watching what you're saying. Agents on Twitter that will block people from watching what you're saying because they don't want you to hear the truth. But Chineke Nakaha, because he holds this word in his hand.
Yes.
Kahana Kovia Kona go around one way or the other. They even empowered us with their so-called device. So there's a way to send messages across.
Yes.
People of the world, we need to come together and insist of the right thing to be done.
Yes.
Insist. That 1%, we need to chase them out.
Yes.
We need to chase that 1%
mad people.
out. They are mad. They are incompetent. Incompetent to the highest order.
Lunatics.
Lunatics. How is Lani? We have enough resources for this world to live in peace for 1 million years to come.
I'm telling you.
We have enough. But no, somebody is making money off of our misery and they have more money to invest into our misery even more. I don't want to be emotional.
Thank you so much, my sister. Look at a time when our other parts of the world are thinking of how to advance technologies, medicine, and everything. We are left to deal with terrorism. We are left to be chasing Fulanis up and down. Somebody think it's okay. Somebody think, oh, the best thing you can do for my people is to give them PVC so that them and Fulanis will be in the same enclave, running around with plastic. Who does that? So we need to reverse the causes of the colonial masters with pulling down the 1999 Constitution in order to give our people self-determination. 1999 Constitution, as written by Britain and Caliphates and all that put together, because they know how to put things inside so that they can enthrone the terrorists. That's what they did. And then disenfranchise the indigenous peoples, reduce the indigenous peoples to nothing, and put 1% of non-indigenous nation over the people. So it's something they planned and they executed it. And we are able to bring it down. We need to bring it down. Once we bring down 1999 Constitution, which is already done, just for you to embrace what has been done, there will be transitional government in place. Do you know that once transitional government is in place, that things will begin to improve immediately? Because we told you that all the hardship you're seeing, they are man-made. They didn't come from God. They didn't come from our ancestors. They came from human beings called colonial masters. And they used the military, because they have to use some people to do what they're doing. The caliphate, all those things, it's all planned to put it in place. So if you can say no to 2023 election, we're not saying you should not go and vote. There are two different. We're not saying boycott election. No. We are saying stopping the entire system. You're not stopping it because you want to dance. You're stopping it so that you can dialogue, so that you can plan the type of nation you want to have. And then when you are done with that, you can continue with your politics. Is it so hard? It's not simple. There's nothing that anybody is promising you he will do after voting, after the election, that he cannot do before the election. You have done it in 2015. You have done it in 2019. I think will be, they promised you they will do this if they get there. This will, good luck. All of them. Campaign promises. Check your campaign promises for years. They will say it, but they won't do it. Why? Because some people will not allow them to do it. So you going to election will not change anything. Rather, you will go deeper into the camp of the enemy, and then they will bring bigger change. Remember when we were warning you 2014? For those that say, you said this in 2014, you warned us. Yes, we warned you. You went. Are you not dying? Did you check your life how it was 2015 till now? Did you not see what they used Buhari to do to you? That now you're eating your children. You are eating your children. You're roasting
them down as if they are chicken.
Exactly. So we warned you. You went and something happened. And it's still happening. Now we are warning you again. If you do not stop this evil voyage to 2023 elections so that we can discuss and do things the way we are supposed to do it, you are still the one that will continue to die. The process is on the table. Just 2 steps. You stop the machinery, because all this noise you're making, if you can galvanize yourself, all you youths, put yourself together to be obedient to Obi. You can also put yourself together to obedient to bringing down the 1999 constitution, so that you can have transitional government in place. And once that transitional government is in place, you can have referendums. The referendum is for you to decide where you want to belong. And then we'll have the type of government we want in those regions. And then we even, like now we have 36 states. National Assembly, all the money that is being used to fund 36 states, if we reduce it to 4 regions, 5 regions, depending on what the referendum will say, for instance, like giving you an example, can't you see that you will now have only one set of people managing the affairs of the whole place? Rather than pieces you into 36 and 77 local government, all this is just ways through which they are leaking out money. So we need structural change, not personal change. It's not personal change. We're not getting driver that will drive the vehicle. The vehicle does not have engine. We need to either buy an engine, put in the vehicle, or remove this vehicle and bring a new one. Peter Obi knew this thing, and he said it before. Ask Peter Obi what changed when he said Nigeria is like a vehicle without engine. Why does he now want to ride a vehicle without engine? Rather than supporting us with all this that you're coming together. So it's not for us to lead. It's not for us to say this person is right or this person is right. No, it's the right thing that needs to be done. Reconstructing Nigeria in such a way that Nigeria will begin to work for Nigerians. When you're finished with that, you can now go for election. That's what we're saying. You cannot do this thing we are saying after election. After election, you have signed up for another phase of what will happen to you. But it can be done before. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, my sister. Yep. After election, Britain will call to congratulate them. Germany will call to congratulate them. Everybody will call to congratulate them. If you make noise, they will send a bumper jet and come and burn you down. It's just that simple. So until next week, we'll see you guys. Please help us to share this message. Get this information, summarize it to your brothers and sisters. If you don't want to share it, point out the things that we talked about today, because not everybody has access to the internet. Point out the things that we have talked about today. We want our people to be received for this duping that was done onto us for so many years, so we can come out of it. Stay away from anything foreign. Nri ndị India, the Chinese, nri ndị ha, nri ndị be anyị. Go to your backyard and plant the things that you need, like our mothers did.
Yes.
Go and take care of your business. Who uses like foreign stuff? It's not meant for your good. It's meant to keep you docile so they can come and conquer you.
Yes.
Finish you. Conquer like they'll come and finish you off. What is left of you guys. So until next week, we'll see you guys. May remain blessed. Take care of yourself and each other.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.